Hi everyone, this is Gary Berman, host of the Cyber Hero Adventure Show, coming to you from Washington, D.C. And I'm here with a very special guest today, Ariana Orne, and she's going to tell us about the Special Competitive Studies Project and the amazing initiatives that they are embarking on. And I had the privilege years ago to work with them on the National Security Commission on Artificial Intelligence, and then another amazing report on biotechnology. And here we're going to start talking about artificial intelligence. And so that everyone knows, all of my intelligence is artificial. And you also can hear that we're live because someone's coming down the hallway at the Hilton Hotel, but you'll be able to hear us anyway. So welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Gary, and a huge thank you to you for everything that you've been doing for us.
Shine the light. So tell us about your mission.
Yeah, absolutely. I work for the Special Competitive Studies Project, as Gary mentioned. And our work really started when the National Security Commission on AI ended in 2021. And when the NSCI ended, AI was booming. It was a crazy time. And one of the co-chairs of NSCAI, Dr. Eric Schmidt, decided that the work needed to keep going. So we came over to the Special Competitive Studies Project. NSCAI is one half of our past, but we're also based on the concept organizationally of the Special Studies Project, which was a project that was led in 1956 by Henry Kissinger.
Wow.
And so our organization is split into 6 lines of effort that are doing different forms of research. So that includes defense, intelligence, foreign policy, economy, future technology platforms, and I'm forgetting one. It's hard to...
AI?
No, not governance. So
okay.
Governance of the tech.
Well, that covers pretty much everything here.
It's a wide scope.
So one of the cool things that we want to talk to you about is you have a conference coming up. I believe it's on May 6th and 7th.
7th and 8th.
Sorry, 7th and 8th.
Yep.
Here in Washington, D.C. at the Convention Center. I mean, that sounds like pretty big. Why don't you tell our audience about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So on May 7th and 8th, we're hosting a 2-day AI Expo for National Competitiveness. And our goal for this expo is that it will be the place for people to convene these relationships and to learn about AI, biotech, energy, networks, manufacturing, you name it. We're covering a really wide scope of emerging technologies. And the goal for this expo is that they will all be under one space.
Wow.
This will be open to the public. Admission is free.
Wow.
Come with your kids, come with your family. It will run from roughly 8 to 6 every day. Those aren't set hours yet, but that space is open to anyone. So we are really urging that people come, they learn about the technology, not only on the national competitiveness side, but also sort of just the large scope of the impact of emerging technology.
I was just at a lunch just now with a wonderful organization, the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies, and one of the topics that we were talking about are deep fakes. Yep. I'm sure you're going to have some sessions, or what do you think about that?
Yeah.
And you're holding your breath as you're saying it, so
scary with the with the election coming up and all of these things. So the expo will not just be an exhibit hall. There are so many components to this event. So while the exhibits will include companies that are working on tools as such to prevent these types of things, we will also have 3 demo stages. So we'll have people in real time showing their tech, showing how it works, with the audience open and free to the public, so anyone can come in and learn about those things. But we'll also be hosting the co-located Ash Carter Exchange on Innovation and National Security, which is our invite-only East Coast Security Forum. So sort of the leaders in that space will be there, and some of the people that we've announced so far are General C.Q. Brown, Doug Beck from the Defense Innovation Unit, and Dr. Stephanie Tompkins from DARPA.
Wow.
And we have announced a handful of people so far that you can find on our newsletter for the Ash Carter Exchange. So there is no shortness of topics that will be covered.
For sure.
And we'll also be hosting a handful of side events. So, some of those events include topics like responsible AI and the other items that are hot topics right now. And
what is the website?
It's expo.scsp.ai. So
expo.scsp.ai.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, cool. Well, in our closing thoughts here, is there anything else you'd like to share with our audience?
Yeah, just for me, what a privilege it's been to work on this mission, to be part of the Special Competitive Studies Project. And, we've hosted a couple events in the DC area, and I've had the privilege to see some really great speakers and learn some really awesome things at those events. The expo is the next level. So anyone who's been to our events before and has had a good time or walked away with some insight or read one of our reports, we really see the expo as the next point. So you would have some FOMO if you didn't make it.
Well, on behalf of a grateful digital universe, thanks to you and your colleagues for who you are and for what you do, and most importantly, why you do it. And we just got the okay that we'll be broadcasting, from the event, and bringing to our audience some of the thought leaders, and it should be a lot of fun, and listen and learn and do something good in the world at the same time. So thanks again, Ariana.
Yeah, and huge thank you to you too, Gary.
You're welcome.
Yeah.